but also for Tourmaline strategy side. But let's see how these opening rounds go, right? We do have Tourmaline starting off on the CT side, so there could be a bit of an advantage here with holding and anchoring those sites. CLG Red, though, the ball's in their court, quite literally with the bomb in hand, but Kelsey here is going to make that opening entry. And right away, though, the flashes go down, and the board is going mostly yellow to blue, and it's going to be Dreamstorm good for one, make that two, nearly a triple, but Kelsey's able to club it up. Now it's going to be down to two left alive, Sajidine, and I could say there was a lot of strategies here. It's mostly going back and forth with the kill markers, but there is a chance of a 1v2. Rox is the last one alive, hiding behind half wall. She pushes up here, needs to find the skull of Kelsey in order to connect.
No.
I know.
It's not even there anymore.
Oh, but it's a 1v1.
This is not the worst thing. Okay, maybe it's going to be rough. This is a bit of a rough patch here. We have Rox with nothing but 30 HP to her name, with Goose Breeder still a full HP. Oh, but it's
winnable. It is
definitely winnable. Smoke comes down.
Oh, no.
Tap.
The Reaper. Oh, she's missing.
Whoa, that's a blind.
Oh. That's an absolute Goose Breeder moment right there.
That it is. Valiant effort as far as getting it down to the wire, so to speak, literally. I even like the strategy that Tourmaline had, anchored two of their players, waiting to see where the push is going to be here. And even like this one, knowing that they're not any gun advantage whatsoever, they're just gonna try and push their way through. Yeah, that's a rifle donor right there.
Now, maybe I'm hindsight Nelly or hindsight Harold, but it feels like this round 2 strat from CT Tourmaline, doesn't this look really familiar to you? It reminds me a lot of that round 2 CT strat CLG Red brought out themselves. So I think already we're seeing a lot of adaptation and learning from Tourmaline. So even if the last game was flawless, I think we could see a little bit of a scratch inside that scoreline. But Tourmaline's got to go for that defuse, and they opt to go for the full save. A little bit different from the CLG strat, but you know what? They get to keep their weapons, keep their KD a little bit better. Money goes up. No loss bonus though, but Emmy's going to go for the Hun, try to pad up her stats a tiny bit more.
Yeah, with nothing but a like a Mac 10 on the side of her head. Oh my
no.
God. Don't let me do that. That is gross. Oh no.
Well, I stand by my point. I think this is still looking a lot better for Tourmaline after map 1. It's just, when you go in with a bottle of raid to a wasp nest, you're going to take down everybody inside. That's how it felt. Double molly from mid, though. Going to slow down some aggressive pushing, actually, from Tourmaline. Kelsey's going to be on the back heel here, wait for someone to push out. I mean, if you look at the mini-map, there's just so much space control or CLG to take over.
Don't have any good, be absolutely wide open, and Dreamstorm just pushed up right there down mid, trying to see if they could get a pick. You want those close angle shots, right? You're hoping for just a quick ping to the head here, but that is an unfortunate pick off in 3 fall. Oh no, I mean, this is gonna be another tough one for Tourmaline, but I want to say anything's possible, but I feel like after that massacre in the apartments right there, call the police. That was really disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to agree. I really, really don't. But yeah, that play was a little ridiculous for me. In that last round, nothing really special came of it either. Tourmaline just lost their positions, and it was a push-in from CLG.
And this is the round. This is the round.
Yeah,
you have
this is the important
utility.
One.
You have your rifles. You have the op as well, and CLG Red. They definitely understand that. We're seeing some utility to flush out some of the holds that Tourmaline is attempting to do here. But it looks like it's going to be a hard apartment push. And your girl Raven, we've seen her play last time. I actually feel like this is still doable. Maybe not. No,
Oh,
it is
no.
just an infestation of CLG red on the side of me.
We're just going for a bug-themed cast now?
Yes, we are. We are.
Okay, I'm with
so
it, I'm with it.
disgusted that that's how I feel.
All right, well, Emmy burrows herself back into the ant farm of B-site. I'm not a bugologist. I know I can pretend I can be one, but the rocks, she's gonna fly away, go find another pile of flowers. CLG red, a near flawless round. Flawless game so far, too, 4-0. Holy.
Yeah, they are looking pretty on track, especially it was starting on the T side even to pretty much have another sweep. I still have hope. Oh, that is your backside being exposed. Not able to get the kill, but oh no, economy is in shambles.
I guess you could say that really stings.
It really does. It hurts. CLG Red, they've decided to become exterminators. Just they're the infestation, and they're also the exterminators. It's not looking good. If you want to talk about, remember in the news, the killer wasp or something happening, the flying spiders.
The informants.
It's CLG Red.
Fight for both sides.
Oh, that could be a good
Thuria?
potential.
Audio?
They spotted,
Audio?
they did. They did.
Yeah, a little too much strafing there. Okay, Kelsey falls. Things are looking decent for Tourmaline side. If Raven can find at least one here, and she does. She could convert into two, nearly does so. And through the skin of their teeth, Diana's able to live. Julie with a double kill, too. Oh, Dreamstorm. She's not even close. I mean, the molly blocks are off in 3 different angles. Didn't expect that either from Goose Breeder.
Yeah, expensive round 2, lose the op, and lose the round. So, I'm trying to think right now, if I'm Tourmaline, what sort of adjustments I can make, just because they just keep getting overrun. Holding down site the way that they're doing over on B, for example, there's a lot, they feel pretty exposed. Same thing as well on A side, I've noticed is that there's a lot of exposure on the side of connector, and it's not even smoked out. So when you're trying to watch the ramp entry as well as the connector entry, it feels pretty tough, where I would almost say perhaps something that we saw them do at the start is try to maybe play for a retake. Don't give up those early deaths to CLG Red and see if you can get but it has to be a timing, right? It has to be a timing where, okay, we're giving up sight and play for the retake, but you cannot allow CLG Red to position themselves in a proper enough post plan that your entry gets destroyed. Oh, that's
They know it's an eco round.
Yeah.
Oh no, CLG, please! And Raven's the sub. Look what she walked into. Oh no. 6-0 now.
Was so clean.
It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
What I want to keep an eye on, though, this round is to see how many mollies and smokes Tourmaline buys. A decent amount.
Yeah.
Really good, because I feel like that spacing control. Remember, Tourmaline were really hesitant on Dust 2 about their executes when they were on T side. If we can see CLG slow down on their own execute, that, well, okay. Explosion of the skull in mid. But there's no, where's the spacing control? There's some mollies on the ground, sure, but it's at the Thuria to find one. Stop flawless anymore. These blinds come by. Oh, Sajidine, these setups are scaring me. These smokes are working against Tourmaline, and Jundia is forced to re-rotate back to spawn. And look who's waiting on the other side. It's Kelsey. Couldn't find a good timing here. Depends whether or not Jundia sets up, and she does have scoped in on the other side of this wall. Gonna throw for the pop flash here. This could be good. There we go. It's a fake. She focused the wrong way. Good spray transfer to a double kill for Kelsey. The op is lost, Thuria. We've told this story before.
Well, it's time to tell it again.
I mean, it's
Oh
just like
my
there's
goodness.
glimmers of hope. Like I feel like for Tourmaline in Dust 2, it was more the mid round was the big issue, right? It feels
Right.
like this kind of like late mid round / early late game that Tourmaline are finding their footing, not as stellar, right? Because they're able to find sometimes even the opening pick, but it's those spray transfers, it's the positioning afterwards where CLG just seem so much more well scripted about what they want to do in execution wise.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about this earlier, and just like looking up as this kill feed is just going to be nonstop swinging on the favor of CLG Red. But you brought it up at the beginning, and I'm constantly seeing it round after round here, having the opportunity to just pay more attention to it. Prioritize utility over the guns, but you also need to be able to use it, and you need to use it well, because just like the staggering difference in what CLG Red tends to buy in favor. I'm seeing them hit like 10 flashes on hand, 8 to 10 flashes, 4 to 6 Molotovs on their hand. They don't even favor any HE grenades. They have a lot of smokes. And while we don't see it for this time because it's a save round, it's not even close when Tourmaline buys their utility. And it's also not close when you don't see them drop some of that to start things off. Like CLG Red should not be allowed to aggress or push through any of these like choke points without having to push through some of that utility. That utility needs to be bought and used immediately. You need to have enough to stall the entry, to set yourself up. You need to have enough to set things up for your post plant, for your retake. Because I can tell you 110% right now, looking at what CLG Red does, they have that and then some. It's just constant utility.
There's one Molly on Tourmaline's side. And it's a gamble stack too. And it looks like they may have gambled for the wrong side. So that singular Molly may be on B. Let's give in Jindia's position. Yeah, it's on B. And look who has full control of A. Walking around like they own the place. It's CLG Red. And oh, they do own the place. They're doing a really good job taking space and control and worming their way out like a sand crawler, looking to find their way. Any victims in the desert? It's Die playing off the timing here. She's actually spotted by one. This could be okay. That goes differently. Raven takes down Die. That's huge map control regained by Tourmaline. And now Julie down on the stairs, playing yet again off another timing, waiting to see what kind of information Emmy can bring to the table. And it's a double kill that she brings instead. Your girl Raven, she's good for another. She gets 2, but she can't get close to the bomb.
Unfortunate. We talked about they only had a Molly to their name, and it has to feel rough. They all had to run through, once again, through the fire, foot aflame to their deaths. And I'm really hoping that perhaps moving forward to consider carrying a spare smoke so that they're able to push through the constant Molotov spam that CLG Red has been favoring. I mean, we can see it again right now. This is going to be a gun buy on the side of Tourmaline, but look, just the utility bought so far, and I expect this to go higher because some of the players have not bought yet and prior to this. And 4 mollies, 5 flashes, 3 smokes, 1 HE. We're looking at 9 flashes, 5 Molotovs, 5 smokes.
This is a step in the right direction, though, for Tourmaline. They have a lot of utility for space.
I agree.
And
definitely
with that space,
need to use that.
Yes, even the game agrees. Good utility. I agree with you, CSGO. Good utility. Now we just need to see it in action. Now, of course, CLG can buy more. They have great utility, according to Cia. Okay. But I want to focus on these mollies and smokes. What can you do to help promote Jundia from able to find this opening or maybe even secondary pick? She doesn't have any kills on the board just yet. Dreamstorm pushes up inside Palace. This is good map control. Kelsey seems to be aware of this, though. She may have heard an audio, but she chooses to play patient. Dreamstorm doesn't want to take the chance, though. She has a FAMAS. She doesn't want to push up all the way. And Julie pushes up instead. Like a chess piece surrounded by so many others. The Bishop, though, able to make the checkmate. That's a double kill from CLG. Good opening pick. Jundia again, playing for her life so carefully. Rock's not so much. Dai's able to outswing the op, losing a powerful weapon. 2 left alive now for Tourmaline. Slowly encroaching in, one by one. The mowdown occurs, but the grass fights back. Jundia does find a kill eventually, but then that's all they wrote. A single flawless kill, or I suppose 1 kill to disrupt a flawless game. Double digits for CLG Red too, Sajidine. And I feel like that utility wasn't used.
Not so much. I think there needs to be, if you're on Tourmaline, you're on the CT side, the pressure is on CLG Red to get onto a site to get that bomb down. So they need to be the ones expending that utility. They need to be the ones trying to flush you out of the window, out of back of sight or whatever, trying to get through.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good double kill.
That's
from
huge.
Korea, though. Very huge. This could potentially be a round changer here.
Oh no, but Raven's caught off guard. Jundia, though, she already has 1 kill now. Might be nope, never mind, not quite bloodthirsty. Okay, all good. No problem at all. Really good win condition here. It's a 1v3 on paper. Kelsey's at 1 HP. Emmy and her collectively have 7. Oh, a single tap or 2 will take them down, bring these little 1v1, but again, that wasn't even a double peek that happened. That would have solidified it all, but that grenade at the very last second.
Touchdown, CLG Red, and 11 to their name. This yo-yo economy that Tourmaline is struggling with has, I mean, there's not much to say. It makes it very, very difficult to not have those rounds, looking for kills, looking for all that, but just to kind of reiterate the thoughts that I had earlier, you need to use the utility, stall, play for time, get those picks. Probably not this time around. It's going to be impossible just because they don't have the guns and they already got decimated outside of Palace. But those definitely need to happen. Like some of the cheeky holds that we've been seeing from Tourmaline, instead of utilizing their utility to stall these pushes. Oh, she got spotted.
Oh, gee. I blinked and I missed that one.
Yeah, it needs to happen, right? This is perhaps now. Let's see. We're going to look at this utility buys again as they try to match up with rifles and op as like the op in hand. I mean, we're not even seeing. Like, look, again, 9 flashes, 5 util to the 4 mollies, 6 flashes that Tourmaline has. Perhaps putting a little more on the grenades, the HEs, the smoke, stall any entry points, entryways, buy some time, because that's always in your favor. If the CLG Red can't make it onto site so early, like until at least less than a minute left, that's really good. Because the pressure is put on them to get that bomb down.
Oh, oh no. On top of Catwalk, Kelsey's sneaking by. The audio is there, but no outgunning in the beginning. Time is such a valuable asset in this game, and it was bought so well for Tourmaline, but spent away now. 1 left alive. And Rox, I want to focus on her for a second, right? Fantastic utility at the beginning of this round by stalling off mid. That stalled out the majority of CLG Red's push. But there was no follow-up to discover to see where that push would be. And inevitably, we know, hindsight herald, that the push was on Catwalk. But nobody followed up after her smoke.
Mm-hmm. Nope. And now we're down to another pistol round for Tourmaline. And perhaps we want to play it a bit differently. Try to do the 50-50 on the other side. We already know where CLG Red is pushing.
Oh?
That's a good trade.
Emmy falls seemingly out of nowhere. The Rox hides in the smoke. Dreamstorm up above, trying to do what she can with just a small pistol. No match for the AK. Back and forth. CLG Red, a little worse for wear than usual, and that's not saying much. Tourmaline can find another one here. The dam they just break open. CLG Red could fall. On an eco round, no less, would be huge. Goose Beater's good for another Last one alive is now Raven. Does pick up the AK, makes things a little bit more manageable. Some utility to work with. She does have smoke to divide out a line of sight. But already a triple peek. Down below, all in one spot. The molly is out. She could triangulate it, but it's too late. She gets those shots, but not the confirmation. 14-0. It's looking like this may be the end for Tourmaline here. CLG Red showing their dominance once more.
They're out-aimed, that's probably out-fragged. It's the same thing. Out-aimed, out-fragged, out-utilitied, and it's hard. And I can understand like that this is a very tall ask on the side of Tourmaline, but this hard and aggressive push that we're seeing from CLG Red, they're not met by any utility. They're not met by anything to delay that push. Like you have to hear to get that audio cue. It doesn't even matter if you don't hear them. Spend some of that utility that you bought and put it there. But instead, I feel like Tourmaline now, they're just trying to play a bit cheeky, just hiding in like certain corners, trying to maybe hope for a pick or a kill. Hasn't really panned out for them, and that's Goose Breather on the back with that sandwich. Okay, this is another 15-0 half.
Not pretty, Satchadine. It's not pretty at all. This half has gone dominantly in CLG's favor, but maybe, just maybe in the second half, we could see Tourmaline get their first round this whole series.
Maybe. I guess we'll have to find out after this break.
Can't hold it back on my own. Knock her down. Stand up, shout out. 'Cause the pressure won't break me. I'll get back up on my feet. Yeah, line up, knock her down. No, the pressure won't break me. I'll get back up on my feet. No, the pressure won't break me. I'll get back up on my feet. Turn your heart inside out, show your face, and let everybody see you. You're gonna tell it to the world, even when you might get hurt, but that's the price. But you feel so alive when you only just show it all. I just keep running around, but I can talk about it. It just feels
We've scaled back our operations. We've changed the win conditions. Tourmaline now needs to get 1 point on the board this series. That's all we want to see here from Tourmaline side. They could make a reverse sweep and it would be huge, but Saginine, I feel like asking to see Inferno might be a very large ask coming up from Tourmaline side.
Monumental of an ask.
I'd like to say it's doable, and it could be, but I mean,
it's always
we need
possible.
to see one round, just one round in this
it's always
series.
possible. But this is what is typically it's gonna be hard. We're looking at let's look at the utility right now available for both sides, as that seems to be the state of play here. Both seems pretty even. I like that Tourmaline has had some priority as far as getting those smokes. We're even seeing it pushed out right now, being thrown over onto B. But look, it's a Palace play. They're trying to do that little bit of trickery, trying to force out that rotation even.
Okay, I like this setup.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
She had the entry. I think that was a solid entry too, but she didn't check to her right, and there was...
My God.
Oh no. No tradability. There certainly was there. Just keeps going down one by one. It's the theme of this series, one by one. Emmy though, good for another. Standing still, gets another triple kill at the end. That's a quick defuse. That's a 16-0, 32-0.
32-0 indeed. What a performance on the side of CLG Red. Once again, just showing everybody what an absolute dominating team they are, especially in NA or in the women's scene. If you're in the FE women scene right now and you are trying to make it in Impact, this is the team to pay attention to. This is the team to watch. So